What makes a good startup mentor? I think there are a number of things. If you're a startup, you don't want a mentor who spent all their life in big corporate unless there's something about selling into big corporates that you need to know or understand. Yeah, you need somebody who's gone through the journey of startups with you. They've gone through it before. So they need to have gone ideally through the same part of the startup process that you've gone through, and ideally 2 or 3 stages more. So if you're in series A, you want somebody who's got up to series B or C, ideally, because that gives them the perspective. They then know the destination. You want somebody who's been doing it for 10, 15, 20 years, ideally, because you need the breadth of experience, the depth of experience, not just having done it, but having done it enough times so that they're starting to generalize rules and assumptions, that they've got enough data to be seeing patterns, so that when they see your pattern, they can say, oh, it's a bit like that, and it's a bit like that, and it's a bit like that, and bring things together. You need to have somebody who hasn't been wildly successful. I know that is counterintuitive. Very few startup entrepreneurs are wildly successful. A huge number of those who are no different to anybody else. They just happen to be the right place, the right time, and a fair amount of luck happening. So their advice, despite our cognitive biases, isn't actually any better than anybody else's. But they need to have gone in there and done that. They need to be able to articulate what is happening in your business and understand what you need to do next, where you need to be asking the questions, what you need to do. Another thing that a startup mentor needs to do is they need to take the time to listen to you. And this is really important. I mean, obviously I like talking. One of the things I do in my mentoring sessions, I have a little thing device, and it says, this is how long you've talked in your sessions, and it's really very interesting. Some sessions I talk for about 2/3, rarely any more than that. Most sessions I talk between 1/3 and 50%, because it comes back to Stephen Covey. First seek to understand and then be understood. If I'm not understanding you, if I'm not understanding your business, if I'm not taking the time to really find out what's important, I mean, my advice is just shooting in the wind. What else do you need as a good startup mentor? I think it really helps to have a fascination with entrepreneurship, the process, the literature, the academic stuff. I mean, some of that's really boring, but looking at what's happened to hundreds, if not thousands, or tens of thousands of other entrepreneurs, and trying to extract rules and apply them to your business so that you can move faster is really sensible, because most entrepreneurs are doing similar things and getting similar results, and usually that's failing, which is what we are trying to stop. We don't want you to fail. We want 50% of entrepreneurs to get out there, because that would create the most vibrant world that we have ever seen, with that amount of success in the business. So those are some things that you should be looking for as an entrepreneur in a startup mentor. Same language really helps. Not necessarily. An awful lot of my mentees have English as a second, third, or fourth language, but you should be fluent, and not necessarily be fluent, but be able to listen to the mentor talking quickly and effectively. Sex, I don't think that matters. Well, hugely, but not different genders when you're having a mentoring session. Culture, Can help, cannot. I do a lot in Southeast Asia because I know the Southeast Asian cultures. I've worked and sold in most countries in Southeast Asia, so there's a lot of context there. But at the same time, if you're thinking about, okay, do I want to say do something that's being done in America and bring it to Southeast Asia, then often it can be useful to have a US mentor. So bringing in knowledge from overseas, because really what you're trying to do when you choose your mentor is trying to find somebody who's going to shatter, who's going to rip off these blinkers and help you see the wider world, the different world, to reframe it so that you can see more. And that reframing, the different viewpoint, the new well shouting, the way that the dots reconnect is what's going to give you your competitive advantage over everybody else. So choose your mentor wisely. If you want me to be a mentor, God, screw that one up. If you want me to be your mentor, send me a message and we'll see what we can do for you.